Welcome back to SA Sports Show. Thanks for staying with us, Barry. It's been a great show.
Great show,
mate. I've been away a couple of weeks, and there's no sign of the Cobras, of course, in the Southern Footy League. And we've got Craig.
Well,
what's happened?
The girls.
See, I forget about that, and that's bad of me. That's bad because I know they're running beautifully. But finals time. It's brings back great memories for me when I was coaching the Cobras many years ago. But everything went well on the weekend.
Yeah, it did. Really big weekend, of course.
Big crowds too, I heard.
It was really big crowds.
Fantastic.
Bookhead and avoid the Christmas rush, basically. But we had. Flagstaff Hill took on Christie's Beach. That was at Port Noarlunga
flogged them.
Yeah, they flogged them. Yeah,
they did. And
you thought that?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, we picked that. I think we picked that last week.
Yeah, Flaggies. Their big crunch comes this week. So they beat Christie's. In the Sunday game, we saw the Wineflies. Billy are not happy.
They're out.
They're out.
Elimination. That was elimination.
Yeah, beaten by Port Noarlunga. In the elimination final, so Porties go into the first semi this week, and they get to play Christie's at Christie's on Sunday. But the big match in the Southern Footy League this week,
Noarlunga,
is Noarlunga, undefeated at this stage versus Flagstaff Hill.
Where?
It's at Port Noarlunga.
At Port Noarlunga?
Yes.
Not Noarlunga?
No, at Port Noarlunga.
Okay.
It's going to be a big crowd. I mean, are you organised for catering and things like that? Because that is going to be a big crowd.
It will be.
Yeah.
We're probably looking 3,500 to get down there.
Yeah, you would. Easy.
So again, you want to get in early. We've got 5 games, of course, from 13s all the way through.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will be an absolute blockbuster. Noarlunga coming off the bye, undefeated season so far.
You look excited.
I do. Flaggies to me are the dark horse. They're the reigning premiers.
Yep.
They've won the last 3 premierships.
Nothing to lose.
They'll go out.
Table.
They'll have a crack.
Hard. Yeah.
But I believe win, lose or draw with Flaggies, they'll get a second crack. They'll make the grand final.
This is the preview. This is really the
preview. I don't think Christie's or Port Noarlunga have the strength of Flagstaff Hill or Noarlunga.
Okay.
So whoever wins that automatic ride to the grand final, of course. But whoever loses, I think I've got the measure of the other 2 that are playing in the first semi.
This is where it's a bit awkward to me. Like Noarlunga have already had a bye.
Yes.
They've already had a bye. They win this week, they get another bye.
Yeah.
And then they go
top 5. Yeah.
That to me, I'm not happy with that. If I'm a coach of Noarlunga, I'm not happy with that. I might throw this game against Flaggies.
But it was a big part of our game many years ago.
If you know what I mean. It makes it tough when you've only played that one game in.
But if you go back
3 or 4 weeks.
Look, the last 2 games of the season, Baz, they had a bye. They played. They had a bye.
Another bye.
Yeah. They play this week. So it could be 3 byes in 5 weeks.
In 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Now that makes it tough.
Well,
it does.
That makes it tough.
I do.
Yeah.
It does.
Because there's nothing like match
fitness.
Fitness is there. I mean, you can train your house down there all you like.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like the game itself to be whatever. But like you say, this game here, Noarlunga Flaggies, is probably a preview of what's going to happen in a couple of weeks.
I think so.
And I like Flaggies. I'm all over Flaggies. They've been for about the last 5 or 6 weeks. And I think they're a real chance of making it 4. Make it 4.
Make it 4.
Look, the other we can't write the others off. But
No.
Christie's getting beat by 10 goals by Flaggies. That would put a big dent in their confidence, surely.
They would, but in saying that, they had 2 or 3 players that were out last week.
And that makes a big difference.
Blake Carter, who's kicked 70-odd goals for them,
that's it.
Up forward.
Okay.
Didn't come up. No, he'll play probably this week.
Oh, okay.
Matty Hodge, the star centreman, he had a reoccurrence of he broke his hand and they had a plate put in. And the plate slipped.
Yeah.
So he's had minor surgery to fix that. So he's right.
These are some big names you just pulled out. That's for sure. There's probably 5 or 6 goals and probably 40 possessions.
Exactly.
So you take out of that side.
Yeah. So who wins that?
Who wins that?
Christie's, Port Noarlunga. Port Noarlunga, of course, beaten Ranella by 41 points. That's a good effort as well.
They did, but did it late. Ranella were right in it up until probably halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
But in saying that, these 2 sides played probably about a month ago. and there was only 10 points in it.
Okay.
But I'm like you, Barry. I'm like you. I'm thinking, well, Christie's got smacked last week, and I think they're cooked. But you bring those players back in the equation, they're gold, as we say, and all of a sudden you've got two cracking games this weekend, like two beauties.
Oh yeah, very much
wow.
so, very much so. And so look, I think Christie's at home will just get the chocolates over.
Is that at Christie's? Is it?
Yep.
So they get a home final.
Yeah.
Why?
Luck of the draw, Bez.
Luck of the draw.
Well, see, the next week's game, the preliminary final, is played at Noarlunga. Now, if Noarlunga lose, they get a home final.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is, because we got a sand-built area along the coast where the grounds dry out a lot quicker than they do at the others, like Flagstaff Hill, Ranella, Happy Valley. They seem to, because at the start of the foothills, they tend to clog up a little bit more. So for our finals, we like to play them on the coast, so we get good grounds. And of course, the grand final is always at South Adelaide.
And you've always had it that way anyway. Yeah, that's right. Now, I must apologise to a lot of our viewers, because they do get sick of me talking about the Cove all the time. But the women's team's doing fantastically.
Mate, they're on absolute roll. They just won their 6th game in a row.
Right.
They had to continue to win after a really bad start to the season. But yeah, they got over the line against their nemesis Ranella. They go through to the preliminary final. In the other game, Aldinga, who've been a real surprise, coming back from the Women's League to our league, they've been top most of the season.
That's great for that area too, and for that club.
Of course it is.
The club's been finding it tough. So,
but in saying that, they beat Flagstaff Hill pretty convincingly. In the women's second semi. So Aldinga straight through to the grand final, and the Cove take on Flagstaff Hill. But in the last game of the season, your Cove girls played Aldinga and went down by a point. So this is
look out the Cobra. It's a year of the Cobras. It's a year of the Cobras.
If Cove are able to knock off Flaggies in the women's prelim final, they'll play Aldinga in the grand final. And what a cracker game that will be.
At Cove?
No, at Aldinga.
What?
At Aldinga.
Aldinga get a home final for the girls.
Well, luck of the draw there.
No.
It's just the
That's
way
good. Against the Cobras.
Oh, right.
I think there's something going on.
I reckon that's Smythe.
But for the
trying to get his money back.
I agree.
But for the first time,
gamble responsibly.
We've got the ability. We've spoken to our great mates at Tribe FM. They've given us extra airtime, so we can actually broadcast the women's grand final as well as the men's grand final.
That's good.
So for the first time in the Southern Footy League, the girls only played in the first night game. They'll get to play in the first broadcast game in the Southern Footy League.
Wow. So male medal stuff as well. How's that all shaping up?
We've got the junior medal night coming up this Monday. Coming up, and then the following Monday we always make it a prelude to our grand final. Is we have our male medal night.
Any sneaky names that you might sort of throw?
Well, last year we had Nick Mott won the male medal. He's not without a chance of going back to back.
He's had a good year.
He's had a really good year. And when Nick won it last year, it was the first time we'd had a father-son in the history of the Southern Footy League, because his dad, Jerry, played for Noarlunga and Christie's and a couple of other clubs. But he went back to back in 89-90.
Right.
Now, if Nick happens to win this year, he'll be back to back in 2018 and 2019. So that'd be a really good thing for not only the Mott family, but the history of the Southern Footy League.
Exactly.
He's a proven vote getter.
He is very much so.
That's the thing.
Very much so.
If he's polling him, he'll poll him again.
He's 6'6".
Well,
runs like a gazelle.
That helps.
If he's polled last year, he'll poll again. If he's had half the year he had last year, he'll poll well again.
He will, indeed.
Yeah, well, that's good. Good on him.
So you've got a bit of a Cinderella story happening at the moment, aren't you? This is...
it's all over the place,
you know, in the Southern Footy League. One of my greatest days. It was my greatest days on that siren win, and sorry, viewers, the Cobras won the grand final. It was so exciting.
Against the odds, against Morpeth.
Well, against the odds, that was for sure. And so, just bring back memories, and I know you look excited as I do about the final series. It's going to be a beauty.
It will be. Absolutely terrific.
Mate, thanks very much for coming in.
Our pleasure.
Good on you, mate.
Hopefully we've got good news for you next week.
What a weekend. Brilliant. We're back after the break.